All of our treatments are done in an outpatient setting right here in our clinic. They're easy to do in our treatment rooms. We have nice big treatment rooms where we like to make our patients comfortable. We have seating for family members if they want to be in the room. I like to play music during my treatments, anything that the patient finds help their comfort. They are about 60 minutes to 2 hours long, depending on how many joints we're treating or how many body parts. And I really split it into 3 objectives. We talk about getting the stem cells, we talk about processing them in our centrifuge, and then we talk about injecting them into the needed body part. So all of that can be done in under 2 hours. The patients walk in, they walk out under their own power. They're very happy when they leave.
What I like about Bluetail, it's these small injuries that they take the interest in. They don't just push you aside. Instead of a huge muscle like a quadricep or a hamstring or a gluteal muscle, it might be a small supporting muscle that's really hard. I can't describe to him how it hurts. I can say when I run, it hurts. But as far as stretching, I can't give him anything that hurts it. And he'll take the time to really go over the process, the kinesiology process involved in the whole issue, and he'll find that little supporting muscle, which causes this big problem. It might be a little bitty muscle, it might be a little bitty problem, but it causes a big problem with function. And they take the time to explain, the time to treat, and the time to follow up.
His office is very professional. They explain things to you and spends time with you and answers any questions you have. I told him I've been struggling with these health conditions for 40 years and no one, not a doctor or any professional, has ever shown the interest or given me the explanations and understanding that he's given me.
So when we do a PRP treatment or platelet-rich plasma, we draw peripheral blood, concentrate it in the FDA-approved device. It takes about 20 minutes. While that happens, we combine it with some autologous fat, and autologous means from you. And we get a little fat usually from your love handle or your tummy. We use fat not primarily for its stem cell use, but we use it for like a matrix or a scaffold. It's very thick and sticky, so it stays where we want it, and it acts like a great matrix or scaffold to grow the new tissue on. The other treatment that we're known for is bone marrow concentrate. And bone marrow aspirate comes from your posterior iliac crest primarily. We draw out the bone marrow aspirate. Bone marrow has in it stem cells and platelets. So for those individuals who need more stem cells than just platelets, we put them both there for those individuals. So we take stem cells and platelets from the bone marrow, fat as a matrix, and treat those individuals with that.
That's generally the different types of treatments that we're going to do. We'll target ligaments or tendons or joints like arthritis, and we use different types of tissues depending on how severe the degeneration is. So sometimes we have to use more stem cells from bone marrow and we have to use more cells from fat, and we use those tissues to actually graft to a site.
I recommend Bluetail Medical Group all the time, constantly. Especially in my house, I run into contractors everywhere.
I would recommend Bluetail to others, and I have. I've had several patients of mine that I have referred there, and other friends of mine that have been there and have had procedures done. All have been very pleased with their results as well, which makes me happy to refer somebody to get help that had some success too.
In fact, I brought my own daughters. They're both extremely athletic and they hurt themselves on occasion.
I sing her praises. I tell all my golfing buddies.
I recommend Bluetail all the time. I recommend him to friends and colleagues, and when I'm working with clients, a lot of people call me specifically because they know I've had stem cell injections and ask me about Bluetail Medical.
I would definitely recommend Bluetail. I'm a hairdresser and I see about 40 people a day, and whatever procedure I have done to me, I brag about to them. That's how I referred so many people to Bluetail through my client base. Matter of fact, I have sent 35 people to Bluetail so far.
I have referred so many of my friends and family members that when I walk into the waiting room now, I often see someone I know. But yes, they've all gone there. They've had wonderful experiences.
We recommend lots of people to them because there is an honest understanding there. They don't keep you in the office and give you high hopes if there are no hopes.
I absolutely would, and I have been. I have a friend who said she's dealing with an Achilles heel or somebody with a knee, and I said, you have to see if this is for you, because if you can avoid surgery, that was my thing. I didn't want surgery. And I am amazed at how quickly it's healing. It's been about a month and I feel like a whole new person. I wholeheartedly recommend it to people.